What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy on Instagram. Let me fix this camera here. We are live. Let's see how many people pop on. Let's count the seconds. See when the first person pops up. If you're in, here we go. 18 seconds. 18 seconds in, you win. Let me know who just came on and you won a prize. 18 seconds in, I will DM me, message me after, I'll tell you what you won. What's going on, everybody? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy on Instagram. We are live for Amazon number 5, Amazon Live number 5. And we have a cool set of topics today. And I'm a little late getting on. I thought I'd get on in 35 minutes. That was at 10:30, I think. But we're on now. It is 11:35. It'll probably be a quick hour today, and we'll blast through these topics together, and we'll discuss the importance of preparing. But really what we'll discuss is the importance of figuring out what you want to do in terms of selling online. So the topics we're going to talk about today, I threw them down yesterday, but I'll go over them right now. 1, what will sell in 2021? So we'll try to predict. I will try to predict. Maybe you can help me out. We'll try to predict the trends of what will sell on Amazon in 2021. I have 3 so far. I tried to come up with 5 really good ones. I couldn't even come up with 2 mediocre ones. I wanted to kind of make sure that they were good. I have 3 categories that I think will do really well. So we'll talk about those. The second topic I want to go over is what are the easiest things to sell online, just in general. If you want to sell online, you want to start multiple income streams, multiple businesses, multiple platforms. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about the different platforms. So let me write that down. And we'll talk about what you would sell on different platforms, whether it be things to do with your intelligence or things to do with your skills or things to do with your strengths or strength in general. If you're a strong person, if you're a handy person, we'll talk about that. Third thing we want to go over is what products sell the most on Amazon and online. Places like eBay, Facebook, Marketplace, Craigslist, you name it. And not that I'm an expert in those areas, but we'll discover together what products will work really well on those niches, and we'll try to explore those in the next videos coming up. And then number 4, how can I make $100 fast? I wrote down a list of 8 ways I would go about making $100 quick. And then number 5, what can I make at home to make some money? So what could I do from this computer or from my home to make some side cash? So we'll talk about that. Let me know if you're on here. Message me at the wise guy. DM me. First one to DM me wins a prize. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes from now. It's 11:37. The first DM I get wins a prize. On the wise guy. Let's see if anyone jumps on there and sends me a message. Just ask me what my prize is. Playing volleyball with a medicine ball. All right. Okay, let's get right into it. So number 1, what will sell in 2021? What products do I think will be hot in 2021? So the first kind of area that, and I did a little bit of research, as best as I could on Google. First area that really, trended the most and people were talking about the most was security. Security products in 2021 rank up there to be products that are going to do really well. I kind of have a feeling when I read that, I was in agreement. I'm like, security. I already felt they did well for me in 2020. They've done well for my clients in the past, all the way going back to 2017. Some of my clients have made upwards $50,000 in sales monthly from security-based products. So I've always known it to be a great niche, and obviously it's getting better and better. The competition is stiff on Amazon. I would say that they have a lot of the popular security products like, what is it, Ring, Lockdown, and so you would probably need to look in specialty niches. Let's jump on Google Trends quickly and just type in security and see what comes up. Now tell me right here what you think about security as far as a product being. Oh, do we have someone here? Nothing. All right, no one wins a prize. It's too bad because I was going to give you 50 bones, but that is it. All right, so security, we got pretty good. Let me just see here. Google Trends. There we go. So security is pretty broad. So it's over the 75 line, which is really good. Across the board from May of last year through to April of this year. Peaked at 100 in April. So obviously security right now is an important product. Now let's just switch this over. That's the US. Let's just switch it over to Canada. I would suspect it's just as good in Canada. And it is. Peaking a lot earlier. In December, security peaked at 100 and has been flying high ever since at 97, between 97, 85 right now, out of 100. And specifically in security related queries were Zoom security, Yahoo security breach, steal security plans from the rig, social security disability, a social assisted living, Zoom, Ring security systems, Walmart security guards, WhatsApp, Blink security, security, TELUS home security, Ring. Let's put in home security. Let's go home security in here. Google home security. So home security products dominate most of probably 10 to 25. I'm just going to type in home security. I'm going to type in security products. Let's see what comes up. So we got some traction, not a lot, but home security comes up. So for home security, Brinks, Fluent home security. We got TELUS home security packages. And Ring, home security camera systems. Not bad. So pretty decent amount of popularity for security products. So that was the first one that I found that I'll probably explore launching products in. Obviously, I'm going to go on to, let's go on to Amazon right now. I'll do this with you, amazon.ca. And we'll go to bestsellers and we'll see if we can find securities. We'll go to electronics, and then inside electronics, we will go to camera video maybe. Okay, here we go, security and surveillance, and there we go. So the number one security and surveillance product is the, I think it's probably a private label product out of China. I'm just gonna click into it. It's the Yi home security camera, wireless indoor IP security surveillance system with night vision for office monitor with iOS and Android. I should get one for my office. It's pretty cool. Priced at $38. And let's go back here. 10,000 reviews. It's a competitive niche, that's for sure. So you probably wouldn't want to. We got Yee is the top 3 spots. Then you got Kakagoo, video baby monitors. We've got quite a bit of private label products. I've seen some of these products around. Trail, I like this one, Cam Park trail cameras for hunting that look like they can be mounted on trees. $70 product. Anyway, I've sold security products, nothing huge, and I've had clients who've gotten into the security niche and have done extremely well. There is a lot of security products on here that actually, and I'm looking at the reviews on their best sellers. Some of them are pretty, like the lowest one here, 35 rank. The 31st top selling security product only has 31 reviews. The 32nd one only has 4 reviews, and they are both security cameras, generic security cameras, $59 versus $39. So, I mean, and there's a 7 at number 33, 7 reviews. 38. This is the top 100 for security products in Canada, and there's a lot of spots with low amount of reviews. Like the 50 spot has only 6 reviews. It's a basic pet camera, baby monitor camera, sells for $30. You can connect your iPhone to it or your phone. So yeah, there's a lot of great products on here. All right, so securities. So there we go. The next one I wrote down, which again, another product that has a long life cycle, has been great for a long time, but has surged. And I have personal experience with it. It has surged up to a 5 times sales product. And in 2021, I predict this product will continue to make waves and do really well. And that is obviously the health and fitness industry. The health and fitness industry is number 2 on my list. So again, another product line that I'm going to look into launching in is going to be the health and fitness industry. So let's go on to Google Trends quickly. We'll type in health and fitness. Let me get rid of security here. Remove. So right away when we type in security, it's 100%. And you could look around Google Trends and look into different keywords and see if, what the trends are for specific products on here. Let's type in fitness. Fitness is pretty good. It's above the 50 line. I'm always looking for products that are above the 50 line when I enter it in. It peaks in December, it peaked at 82. Not super great. And I know for the last couple of years, fitness industry has kind of been flat. So the 50 line is pretty flat. The fact that it's above the 50 line is pretty cool to see. But we have peaked as a store of fitness equipment. Let me type in fitness equipment here. So fitness in general has dropped, I think, because of the clubs. Like on here, it actually shows that it's dropping below the 50% line in April and May, and that's likely to do with the clubs. But if we put in fitness equipment, see what that especially does. So there we go. So like I said, it is really flat below the 25 line all the way through, and then all of a sudden in March, it takes this huge jump to the 100% line in March, and by April, it's at 100%. So a 4 times jump, and it's since dropped down to the 50 line and kind of peaking back and forth. And the problem there was a lot of companies started running out of products, so everyone bought all the inventory. There's not a lot of us out here in Canada. I'm sure, in other places it's pretty, in the U.S. it's often there's a lot more stores and companies that are selling fitness equipment. There's not many out here in Canada. There's not many in BC. There's not many options where you can buy fitness equipment. So there's not a lot of inventory available for people to buy. They're jumping on Amazon a lot to buy all of the product. What's interesting is that a store like ours, we sold all of our inventory. Sales kind of took a dip because, in March we were selling 200-300 orders a day on our website. And then when we ran out of inventory, it took this huge dip. And right now we're hovering around 20. But how we know that people are still dying to buy the equipment, literally they're impatiently waiting to buy the equipment, is that as soon as we get trucks in, we have lines of, uncontrollable lines. I'll just say that we have uncontrollable amount of people who want to buy equipment. So we've been very cautious of releasing information as far as what we have, so that we don't get overwhelmed with customers. But what do you do? But that's how you know it's still huge popularity. If you have the right product, there is that demand for there. So let's jump onto Amazon. We'll jump into the current bestsellers, but I predict that for at least, it's going to be good for a while. I predict probably a two-year cycle. I mean, obviously clubs, half of them are shutting down as we speak, which is a really tough thing. Half of them are going to open up with only 50% capacity rate rules and 30% capacity rules. It's going to be a really tough industry right now, which I think is going to destroy a lot of businesses, which is really sad to hear. The fitness industry is really going to change in that perspective. I think a lot of people are going to continue to want to work out at home in their own space outside. So you got to really look into the niches that are home specific. And I talked about yesterday about kits, different types of kits with multiple stuff in there. That's where you want to go, and you want to get yourself 500, 1,000 units. You just really want to drive the volume on that stuff on Amazon right now. I could probably look into actually the numbers they're doing, but I don't want to spend too much time on here. So let's go into sporting goods, and then let's go into fitness. Like the number one product has been for a while is the resistant loop bands. 1,800 reviews, $25. He's probably selling, I don't know. Let's see if I can turn on Jungle Scout. Where's Jungle Scout? There you are. I'll turn on my Chrome extension. There we go. So I'm just turning on my Jungle Scout Chrome extension. I'm going to go back into fitness equipment, Amazon. What are you doing at Amazon? Today's deals. Let's close this. There we go. So I just pulled up my Chrome extension. I'll show you what it looks like for those of you who've never seen it. Check it out. It's just a pop-up. Let's refresh it. So it's showing me what's on page 1 right now. And it's telling me that this guy right here, this number one guy right here, is selling 730 units every month. 37 units of this kit, this resistance band set a day. Probably gets that for, I don't know, really cheap if he's buying enough volume. Probably he would have to. He's been the number one guy for a while. But anyway, he's doing 730 of those a month, $18,000 in revenue. His fees are probably low. Well, obviously they're $2.50 plus half, $3.25 commission plus $4.50, so probably $7.75. His cost is less than $5. I guarantee you that. Maybe only about $3 for something like that. A little less than that probably. Yeah, he's killing it. There's so many. I mean, as you can see, that everyone on page 1 is doing hundreds and hundreds of sales. This guy right here, this kit that I talked about yesterday, very similar $35 kit. He's doing 1,000 of those a month right now. He's probably out of inventory. He's running out pretty soon. He's probably sending in 5,000 units as we speak. Fitbits. I mean, everyone on page one right now is selling a tremendous amount of inventory. As you can see, 400 units, 300, 400 units, 400 units, 300 units, 400 units, all these different products. So we'll jump off of this. Average sales for page one is 410 units. All right. So, you know, I'm looking, I see foam rollers. I see, you know, I mean, I specifically would advise everybody to look at stuff that you would exercise with, not necessarily stuff that you would wear or gear or stuff like that. Ab wheels, ankle weights. We have spike ball games. Actually, I saw some spike ball sets at a grocery store. $79 on here. Can't remember what they were selling them for, but definitely wasn't that much. Lots of tubing, resistance tubing sets here, 69 bucks. Be curious to reach out to factories to see what their turnaround time is for kits like that, resistance band kits. Then on page two, well, again, this is the best sellers. So this is a list of the best sellers. So this is not by any specific niche. This is just the best sellers and the volume that you're doing if your best seller status. So keep that in mind. This is not actually page one. You could probably pull up a page one for a specific keyword. Let's go resistance band sets. There we go. So those are all the bands with the handles and the bags, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions. Lots of them sponsored, coming from China. I can even turn on my Prime only, so to see what sort through all of that. Let's just see Prime only, and let's go Jungle Scout on that. So top guy is 1,000 units, same guy that we just saw. Next guy is 700 units on page one. Third guy is 235 units at $69 for a pull-up. The pull-up is some heavy duty bands. Interesting. We got outdoor resistance band set, 4-pack, 485 units, 200, page one volume is good. Oh, well over 3,000-4,000 units on page one of products. So the volume is there. The competition is obviously pretty high because the reviews are high across the board. I mean, there's some products in here that are a 90. There's a 3 reviews, 11 reviews, 3 reviews. So people with low reviews are getting on there. What are they selling? This guy's got 9 reviews. Nation Fitness, he's selling resistance bands, CrossFit, WOD, calisthenics. He's just put a bunch of keywords in here. So yeah, so again, there's a product. We don't have to kill it, but we don't talk too much about it, but it's going to do great for a while. And I suspect anybody who launches a product in there that people want to use, that they need. So do your research, look for things that people want, that they need, that are in demand, and then just get that inventory to Amazon. Keep it simple, but add value. Make sure that you're giving enough in your kits. And these photos are spectacular. So make sure the photos that you get done are spectacular. Next up, the next product that I think is going to take a huge leap, contingent on some of the security measures out there right now, but I think drone will take another massive spike in sales in 2021. So let's type in drones and see how drones are doing right now. I mean, the whole AI category in general is seen. I don't know much about it. I'm not going to say I do, but it seems like the AI category is pretty popular. So I'm looking into that. These are things that I'm setting myself up. Again, 2021 is 6 months away, so it's not too far away, but what do we want to sell for 2021? What products do we want to invest in for that timeline? And drones comes up on Google as everything above the 50% line spiked in September to 94, spiked again in December, has taken a little drop in March, and now is on the rise again, showing the dotted lines, which means that's spiking again in May to 92. The queries that people are looking for: best drones 2020, Colorado drones, X-Craft drones, Bergusia forged drones, best drones 2019, Batman. Related topics. It says Batman is a related topic to drones. Mini drones, so specifically mini drones, is at 170%. It spiked to 100% back in December, so Christmas time, people want mini drones. Right now, it's kind of low. It looks like it's taking a dip, actually. So, you know, it says mini drones on the other one, but when you look into it a little deeper, it's not really a popular product here. But I just believe that drones are probably going to have, again, it all depends on the security. If you know a little bit about drones or the security measures, maybe let me know. I'd be interested in conversating about that, talking about that. But I think drones, they have some appeal. There's some sort of appeal there, and I think it's going to be, what's going on, Nancy? Good to see you. I think it's going to be a pretty good niche to get into in 2021. What other product lines did we talk about in 2021 that are going to be hot? Give me a sec here. So we got security, got health and fitness, we got drones. Now, I kind of draw a blank after that as far as what I would like to look into. Let me go back onto Amazon here, and let me just type in drones and see what Amazon's doing, what the numbers are on drones right now. What category would it fall under? Electronics, GPS navigation, computers, cell, portable, security. Let's go back one. Let's just type in drones in the top. Drones. Drone. So $125 average price point, 175 average reviews. So the top product on page one for a drone search in Canada only does 165 sales a month, about $6,500 in revenue. The best one for revenue is at about 16,000 for a Snaptane drone. It's a $150 drone, and it's $150, does 109 for a day, $16,000 a month in revenue. 295 reviews. Reviews moderately high. Kind of average reviews, it says, is 40, because there are a lot of open spots with like 4, 14, 14. Mini kids drones. Some cool drones on here, but no real volume, no really exciting volume. This is probably a product that I would source maybe to, I don't know if I would source this right now. But again, this is 2021 that I'm looking at. I don't know. Low demand, low competition. Low demand with high competition is the opportunity score right now. So maybe not. Maybe not drones. It's something to look back at. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts on drones. So, alrighty. Let's go back to Amazon. We're going to go to the best sellers list, and we're going to look at the categories. And we're going to look at the current best sellers in all the top 3 for all the categories. Skip books. So we got video games, Animal Crossing. Now we got page 1 or 2. Okay, movers and shakers. Let's see what's moving and shaking right now in electronics. So camera and filming accessories, and obviously that always does well. Nothing really stands out to me except for the 3D printers seem to be dominating now. So those are starting to really pick up. I did look into 3D printer pens and had a few samples on those. I never did launch them. It didn't seem to me like the pen that I had, and it was a pretty decent quality one. I probably still have it in my office. It didn't seem to me like it would be something that people would stick with for a long period of time. It was very novelty, or at least I don't know if I was. I'm not a creative guy by any stretch, so I didn't really do a great job, playing or making any crafts with that 3D printer pen that I had. I'd like to give it to somebody who's very creative and see if they like it or not. I think that's kind of the litmus test. I'm not that guy. And maybe my daughter will try it and maybe she'll play with it. I'll give it to my older daughter and see how she likes it. But 3D printers, I would say that would be a product to look into. What I like about these is that it's a popular product and it's a high price point. It's a popular product and it's a high price point. Now, obviously, there's probably more patents on that than any other product on the planet right now. So it wouldn't be something that you could private label. Let me just type in 3D printers. 3D printer filament options here, though. Definitely a lot of different options. Official Creality. I'm going to jump on some of these listings and see if there's multiple sellers on it. Like some of these don't have multiple sellers on it, so not that that's the way to vet if it's a private label product or not. Some of these listings do look like they're private label listings. Anycubic. All right. No. Anyways, that's 3D printers. What else? Let's go back to Google. Let's put in 2021 products. Hot products. Products. What comes up? Hot products is a 30 in the red. Let's go down to what it says. Nothing. Let's search USA. Yeah, I could only really come up with 3. I did a little research. I didn't really put much into what sells in 2021, I guess you could say. Security, health and fitness, drones. Yeah, we'll skip over that. That's probably as far as I'm going to get with what will sell in 2021, other than what I'm selling right now. Will continue to sell well. But there's just a variety of categories that are just fundamental. I mean, you should really put in fundamental stuff. License plate frames, what has been selling well for the last 10 years should sell well for the next 10 years, blenders, hand blenders, they're going to do well. I'm sure I could come up with a list of 20 things if I sat down and gave it more thought. I was looking for more of niches that I've not really spent too much time in, and currently don't have any products in. So that was kind of a little bit of a selfish move there, Chris. Selfish move. These people want to know about everything. Black Statue, what's up? Is the weight and size an important consideration on choosing something to sell? I would say it depends on how you want to ship that product. If you want to import it and have it come in via air, then yeah, it's going to make a huge difference if you're shipping heavy versus light. But if you're bringing it in and it's coming slow boat from China, then it does not matter because it's going to be cheap anyway. In fact, a lot of advantages to shipping it overseas because you can bring in the heavier product like 3D printers that sell for $350, and you know, you can start importing some more expensive products or larger volumes too. So, but if you're like, I have a product that weighs like 0 pounds, it's not heavy at all. For example, let's talk about resistance bands. I wouldn't have any weight at all. This paper sticky pad, post-it pad would weigh more than resistance bands. So to import that, they could probably stuff 100 bands in a box, or they could probably fit 500 sets in a box, in one box, and ship it to you via air for less than $100 for 500 units. So, you know, the product weight makes a huge difference when you're shipping that. It'd probably make no sense to have that product come overseas because it's affordable to ship over air. Okay, number 2, let's go on to that one. This is kind of a fun one. What are the easiest things to sell online? What are the easiest things to sell online? So I kind of just went on to Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I mean, really, anything is easy to sell online. The top 5 that I wrote down were old books, you know, gold, any gold or jewelry that you have, services, skills, whatever you're skilled at. I mean, and then subscription boxes. I actually wrote down subscription boxes because apparently, if you're into putting together some subscription packages, that's a popular thing to sell online. I mean, I knew it was popular, obviously, subscription shoes and subscription, you know, teas and subscription coffees and all the branded stuff, but people are now doing their independent subscription boxes and having others subscribe to them. And they're starting them up on Facebook Marketplace and all that type of stuff. So I thought that was something that was unique because we all know that subscription boxes are really expensive. So a very profitable thing. So if you have a cult following, you might want to do subscription boxes. If you have any following, you might want to try to put out and promote subscription boxes. Shoes, old shoes, new shoes are easy to sell online. Obviously, kids are killing it selling shoes and have been for years and years and years and years. Probably now 10 years plus of young kids selling shoes on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Instagram, you name it. That's been a hot one. Now, clothing, obviously just as hot and easy. I'm not just saying hot, but easy to resell online. Facebook. What else do we got here? So we got, and yeah, books. So all books, obviously. Everyone knows book business is huge. Gold jewelry, obviously. Easy things to sell. Easy things. Clothing is on the list here. Sporting equipment. That right now, it's so funny. It's actually the funniest thing on my Facebook right now is that there's some pranksters listing their sporting equipment and they're just throwing ridiculous prices on there. And I think they're just doing it to get these hilarious comments. Because I'm joining in on the comments, I find it just a gas. It's a gas. Just find it funny. Disney VHS tapes, killing it online right now. Sell really fast. Even it's funny. I thought that was kind of funny that it would be a popular product to sell online, even though the Disney Plus is out. But I guess from what my research, I guess that's popular. Maybe it's slowed down. I never really date my research. I just kind of look into the categories that they suggest. What else here? Jewelry, vintage stuff, just in general, vintage stuff. I had talked about vintage toys, just older toys. When I come across toys and I look at the date on them, if it's 3 years old, I'm like these right away my sensors go on and I'm like, old toy alert, old toy alert. Old toys are always seem to fetch a little 10 times the price in a lot of cases. I've had toys sell for 12 times the price of what I bought it for at the most. I haven't really gone crazy. I haven't found some really crazy ones. But like if I buy a toy for $5 or $4, I've had it sell for 50. So, and I'm sure it probably could have sold for more. I'm sure. I don't try to sell products for like ridiculous amounts, even though they might even like when I scan it, it might have a ridiculous amount, but I'm more the person to feel inclined to come in at a lower price. So I don't know if that's me just being like, I don't want to charge that much, but I might test it one time and see how well they do. Vintage. I remember selling vintage record players and really doing well. I got my hands on the brand, I think it's the brand Vintage. And they're record players and they're not vintage. I think there's just a brand called Vintage Record Players. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Let me look it up. Vintage Record Player. Is it the brand called Vintage? I don't know if it's the brand called Vintage. Innovative. That was the actual brand called Victrola. Victrola. I got my hands on a bunch of Victrola record players from Staples. I ended up trying to go to a bunch of Staples. Never found them anywhere else, but I found like 6 at one location. Just they were clearing them out for like less than $20. But was able to resell them for like between $100 and $150. And right now I'm still looking on here. They're around the same price. The ones I sell. The very first one, if you type in vintage or Victrola turntable record player. There we go. Victrola record player. So there's some at $80 right now. 74. They're down to 59, 76. I don't know. When I was selling them, they were up at about $100. Maybe I was selling a more unique one. But still, I was getting them for $20, 89. So that was a cool find. I thought that was a cool find because I'd never really I never really came across record players. I haven't seen record players in ages. Back in '94 when I was using them as turntables to DJ with. That was the last time I really played with a record player. But I sold 6 of them, made some money off of that. Never did find them again. And what else? Oh yeah, and records. I remember scanning records. I was going into records were great. Records were great. I didn't really do many of them, but records were cool. Used records were cool because I scanned a bunch at what's the name of that thrift store? I'm not a thrift store guy. I don't have a thrift store business. What's the name of the big thrift store in Canada? Oh, drawing a blank. Etsy, better than Amazon for vintage things. I guess. I've never been on Etsy. I haven't even been on the Etsy website. Let's go on Etsy. Isn't Etsy like for home handmade stuff? Yeah, handmade, vintage, custom. Sure. I'm looking at Etsy right now. See, I can't go in eBay. Can't go on Etsy. I don't get these. Does Etsy have fulfillment by Etsy? because I do not want to fulfill stuff. See, that's the thing. I don't want to fulfill things myself. I don't want to package things up and ship them out. You know, I'd rather just source them. But they do have some nice things on here. Some nice Mother's Day things to get from Etsy. Little kids things on here too. Let's type in record. Let's type in vintage. Let's type in record player on Etsy. Record player. Oh yeah, they just got some old school Victrola. There it is, $145. So I mean, the prices I guess are depending on where you go. Only 3 available, and it's in 10 people's baskets. I love that. That's hilarious. 10 people have them in their baskets. Well, buy it, people. What are you doing? They got a $10,991. Oh, this is the old school. This is the old school. Oh, I think my mom had one of these. I'll show you guys. I'll flip this camera around. I still haven't had time to go and turn on my screen share, so check this out. Can you see it? No, this is here. We'll go to Etsy. Bam, bam. That thing. I think my mom had one of those. Fully equipped old school, and the record, this little edge here lifts up and the record player's inside there. I don't even know if those were supposed to be speakers. I was a little guy when my mom had one of those. This is all old school stuff, man. Just looking at this stuff, I'm like, my mom had that, my mom had that. Had all this gizmos. Love it. Love it. So what are the easiest things to sell online? Vintage, shoes, books, jewelry, services, you know. Obviously there, you know, you can get on Fiverr and sell your skills, create a little profile for yourself. You know, if you want to work from home, if you just want to generate some extra income, I would do that. I actually would do that. I can type 100 words a minute, so I would do that. That'd be fun. Subscription boxes, I'm interested in doing that. I'm going to actually try subscription boxes and see if people want to order surprise subscription boxes for me. Put together something. And promote it. I'm going to figure that out. That'll be a fun one to do. And I'll share that. I'll share my results on that. Let me know if you guys want to order one of my subscription boxes. I'm going to sell them I'm going to put together $100 fitness subscription boxes. I'm going to do kits, maybe subscription bags, fitness related subscription bags. $100? Is that too high? 97. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned for that, as I think that has actually got some fun to it. 97.97 subscription boxes. I'm just drawing this out right now. Maybe fitness with some vintage mixed in, maybe some tees in there. So it can't be something that people would wear because there's so many different people. But it can be things that people will use. Signature stuff. Okay, next one. Let's jump right on to this next one. What products sell the most online versus what are the easiest? What products sell the most online? What products sell the most online? Now, I had a list. I had a pretty decent list that I came up with. Then I started looking at that list. Give me a sec here. I started looking through that list and I was like, I hate half of this list. Here it is. Okay. Didn't like half the list. So I ended up jumping off of that. But the ones that I did like, obviously, kids' toys, clothes, shoes, books, DVDs, Blu-rays, photos, courses. Then I came across a blogger, and she actually did a good job of explaining the different product lines that she sold online. The one that I was fascinated the most with was a product called Printables. Tell me, I don't know if you guys do Printables, but she got my interest up with her Printables that she talked about. She sells them on Etsy, I guess, and I guess that's the hot place for Printables. But some of these people are doing fairly well with their printable businesses. So that was an interesting one. Printables. And let's see here. But I mean, I'm just thinking about what sells the most. I mean, anything sells the most at the end of the day. Reality is anything sells the most. Seems like .ca has blocked getting ungated. Currently, they are not even accepting applications. Interesting. When was that, Nancy? Is that recent? It must be recent, because not only have they blocked, but they've now gated up a few more categories. I know one of my categories they gated, and I just sent like 200 units in there. It's a cheap product. It's only like a $3 product, but I sent in like 200 units. So $600 is going to come back to me, and whatever that's costing me to come back. So I have to figure out what I want to do with the products. We'll see. Maybe I'll figure that out. But yeah, no, that is .ca. I wonder if .com is doing that too. Wonder what the reasoning is behind blocking or gating everything. I have a feeling that it's just to prevent more. I mean, Amazon is making the most out of this situation with COVID, because they restricted everything and left all their products on there to sell. They did that, and then they only let essential products in, so you couldn't really send much of your inventory in. I want to say they managed to keep half of their buy boxes controlled. There was a lot that Amazon was doing. But anyways, for gated, I wonder if they're doing that for private label. Definitely want to look into that. I'll look into that. Number 4, how can I make $100 fast? This is old school, but I wrote down mow lawns, walk the neighbor's dog, virtual tutoring, babysitting, baking, car wash, recycling, buy and resell things. Making $100 fast, obviously, it's not that difficult at all. I could probably put a subscription box together with and let people know what the contents are, and probably be able to sell. I'm certain I could sell 100 subscription boxes. I could probably do 100 in a month. I'm gonna set my goal for 100 in a month. But making $100 fast, not that hard. Not that hard at all. What I would do, I would probably, if I wanted to make $100 right now, I'd probably pull out some of my older products that I have that are very valuable, and I'd probably get a few of those together, where people can make more money from what it is, from my offer. So kind of a trade. I'll give you $100 for these things, kind of like the old school card thing. I have a box of, like I said, I have a box of old hockey cards, probably 30 packages of unopened hockey cards, maybe more, maybe 30 or 40 packages of unopened hockey cards. And they're from 1986. So that's for 34 years. Easily could make $100 off of that. It'd be silly to try to sell that. What would be something that you would sell to make $100 off of? Let me know. What kind of service would you offer where you would make $100 off? I could obviously do product research for people. So if I wanted to make a quick $100, I could guarantee 5 product researched products, their results, or I could create a listing for somebody, easily, a fully optimized listing and the photos. I'd charge more for it because if I'm going to do photos, I'm going to outsource that. So I would probably charge more for that service. I'd probably charge $250 for that, but I would be able to optimize a listing. One, I'd probably charge somebody $100 to find their product, and then I charge them $250 to optimize their listing. I'd let them do the rest. And I probably, if I wanted to, I could turn that on. I could make a video and probably have 10 clients contact me in a week. I have turned off that service. I haven't really, other than telling people, oh, sorry, right now that service is not active, and I could probably reach out to those clients and ask them if they want that service still. What else? What else could you do to make $100 really fast? You could ask for it. So you could put a message out on Facebook. Hey guys, looking for 10 people to give me $10 and I want to trade you something for you, $10. Let's chat. Put that out there. Hey guys, who has $100 they want to give me? Let's put that out there right now. Let's go on Facebook. Hey guys, I need $100. Who has $100 they want to give me? Question mark. Message me or DM me right now. Thank you. Let's put it with a heart caption on the bottom. How fast could you make $100? And let's send that out there. Let's post that. See if anybody wants to give me $100. And let's put out one that says, hey guys, who wants up? I think I could probably find somebody a product that will do guarantee 30,000. I'll guarantee $30,000 in sales. Hey guys, who wants me to find them a product I guarantee will generate $30,000 in revenue on Amazon? Period. It'll cost you $250. Message me. There. Heart, 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 heart. It actually picked that up. And it actually picked that up. Heart, 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 heart. Post. People are probably like, is Chris drunk? What is wrong with this guy right now? Anyways, it's just a fun topic to put out there to stimulate your brain. I don't do that type of stuff. It's typically not my style. It's not necessary. Obviously, it's not necessary. But just the point is that it shouldn't be difficult for anybody to know what their skills are and to translate that and monetize that. Starting a YouTube channel should be something that I always tell people, why not? Why don't you start a YouTube channel and turn it on and just get out there and put your skills to work. And do a vlog or do a blog or whatever. Put some content out there. Start an Amazon store. Start a Shopify store. Start selling subscription boxes like I'm going to do. Look into those, whatever you call it. Whatever you call it. Let's go back here. All right. $100 fast. Let's see if anyone responds. No one's going to respond to this. There's no way. Okay, what can I make at home to make money? What can I make at home to make money? Things I wrote is I'd do a blog. I would definitely do a blog. Then figure out how I can make money from those later. Because I have no clue how to make money on those platforms, but I'm certain it wouldn't be that hard. Participate in market research. Sell products. I'd turn on a Fiverr account. I'd turn up an Upwork account. I'd probably go creative and use my Amazon skill sets to help people out. But I definitely put together courses. Obviously, I put together a course, and the course does fairly well. But I'd do more courses, especially with the different other skill sets I have, like 20 years of business experience and sales experience, and helping people get to how to mastery in management, mastery in selling, um, and just put out very easy step-by-step sales systems for people to follow. Mastery in bowling. I bowled for 20 years. People want to learn how to bowl. I've been coached for 20 years. So these are products that people want, because I know I have bought products. I've bought videos, whole series on different topics that I've wanted to learn. So if I'm buying them, that means people are buying them. At the end of the day, as long as the production is pretty good, I think if the production value is there, and the step by step is there, then as a coach, I'd put out a system, how to run the triangle offense in high school, step by step, every grade level. And people want to know how to run practices. A lot of coaches out there are just parent coaches. They don't really have that much understanding. So if they were able to find a product that helped them at their level, they would buy it. And I know that's for sure. And that really is the truth. With as you can see, makeup tutorials are huge, and promoting your products are easy to do in this day and age. What else did I run? Become a proofreader. All random stuff. I saw some other things when I came up with my list. I saw some play video games, play music for money, listen to music for money. There's some really interesting ones. But anyways, these were just kind of like, this was my tired day. This was one of my really tired days. So I threw on topics. Yesterday I stayed up to like 4 a.m. Got up at 8. It's been a long first 5 days. I'm gonna tell you, it's been a long first 5 days. Each day I'm like, oh, do I have to go live again? But I've made that commitment, and my goal really is to just get better and better at this, and to obviously get earlier when I go live, so that we can chat more versus me just rambling on about nonsense. I try to say a lot of things so that eventually something important comes out of my mouth, but I don't think much came out of my mouth today. That was super hot. Although I did stimulate myself because I'm interested in these subscription boxes. And I did throw out a couple messages, and I've already got a couple responses here. Let's see. Me. So someone, I know who wants. So sorry, someone wants to give me $250 to help them get a product. Yeah, that's so funny. You're the best. Omo Awande. You're the best. If and at the end of the day, look, I'll find you a product that will do. I'll find you a product that will do 30,000. It's not hard. I'll find you a product that will do 30,000 a year. That really, honestly, was like so lowball. It really is. That's such an easy job to do. And I'll guarantee it that if it doesn't do 30, you can have your 250 back. So smash that like button if you're interested in that deal. Then message me, shoot me a message on Instagram or Facebook. I'll take 20 clients. I'll find a product that has a 3-year life cycle minimum, and I will I'll find you a product that does 30,000 minimum with a really good cost on it, and and then you got to launch it. You got to optimize it. I'll help you with the optimization, as in the bullet points. I'll give you a referral for the photos and a recommendation for the product packaging. So I'll give you a referral for where to get the photos done and a recommendation for the product packaging. And I'll ensure it does $30,000 in sales. Let's go there. And $250 is a steal. Normally, like I said, I charge $750, but for $750, I'm usually doing a lot more. It will only take me a day to figure out the product for the person. As in a day, as I mean 10 hours probably, 8 to 10 hours, depending on how much time I invest into it. But it'll probably take you a little bit to determine and decide what product you want. So usually for my clients, it takes them more time to pick. I'll find a product for you. You can decide yay or nay. I'll find another product for you. You can decide yay or nay. I'll find up to 3 products for you. You can decide yay or nay. You can pick one of those products, or you can launch all 3, because like I said, I usually recommend that people launch 3 products at a time. But again, my guarantee is that it'll do $30,000 in revenue of that product. And that is my guarantee, or your money back. Message me on Instagram at The Wise Guy, THEWYSEGY, or jump on my Facebook and shoot me a message. There you go. I am done for the night. I am so tired. It is now 12:30. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. I didn't even go on Instagram today. I'm so tired. My plan was to do a little bit of Instagram inserts as I do these videos, but my eyes have been droopy since the beginning. Hope you had fun. This one, again, it was just kind of one of those, like, I'm going to put this together. I didn't do enough research like I did, but I promise tomorrow we're going to be here again for 006. Can't wait to do 007. Friday is going to be 007 day. Friday is going to be 007 day. Tomorrow, let's see what the topics are tomorrow. I'm literally just going in order of what I wrote down. 006 day. God, Chris, why do you write down topics you have no clue about? Okay, I'm going to do my research this time. I am going to actually reach out to homemade sellers. What homemade things sell the best online? What homemade things sell the best online? Obviously, t-shirts. That considered homemade? In fact, I do have a friend who does homemade. He's probably on Etsy. I want to say he does those sticks with like the happy birthdays and all the little things at the end. I don't know what they're called. Remember, he sent me some photos on that. So I'm going to reach out to him, shout out to VG, and ask him about homemade. What things sell the best in the homemade category? So that's going to be the first one. The next one is, which I kind of did this one already. Can I get rich quick? Can you? Can I get rich quick? How can I get rich quick? The first time I answer this question is, will Amazon make me rich? And my answer was, well, define rich. But this question is like, how can I get rich quick? So let's give rich and wealth a value. You know, leave a number. Let me know what you think rich is to you. And, you know, then let's work the numbers, and the opportunities will present themselves. Work the numbers and the opportunities will present themselves. I don't know. Is $250,000 a year profit rich? I remember that I had a saying years ago: launch 3 products, you're free. Launch 3 successful products, and you can create freedom for yourself. This is very true. 3, you're free. 6, you're rich. 6 for rich for me is defined at a $250,000 a year income. $250K is rich. Because in 4 years, if you're able to pack the stuff away, there should be no reason you shouldn't be able to save your money. So 3, you're free. 6, you're rich. Maybe that's changed. Maybe inflation has changed that, because that saying has been with me for a decade. 3, you're free. 6, you're rich. 3 business income streams, you're free. 6, you're rich. Okay. And if 6 income streams could be 6 great products doing $100,000 in revenue a year, should net you 200K. Okay, then maybe you have something else going on. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you have a blog, maybe you have a subscription box business. Maybe you have a subscription box business. I don't know. Maybe you're CEO. Maybe you're a director of operations for a huge fitness company. And maybe you've been doing that for a long period of time. 3, you're free. 6, you're rich. So we'll talk about how can I get rich. I'll give you my blueprint. How many Amazon sellers make over $100,000? I will get you that information. I'll get you that information for Canada, and I'll get you that information for the US. How many of us make over $100,000 selling on Amazon? I'll reach out to. I'm going to reach out to 25 influencers and ask them how long it took them to get to 100,000. I'm going to reach out to 25. I'm going to send 25 of them a message tonight because I probably have about 50 in my DMs right now. I'm going to reach out to 25 of them tonight. How long did it take you to get to 100,000? And I'm going to chat with these guys. And I'll give you guys that information. So I am going to do research, and I promise you it'll be a lot better than today. Today's drowsy. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. And then I'm going to go to the office. I'm going to do a short day. I'm going to go in and out. I'm going to go pick up my car because it's in the shop getting its sunroof done. And I'm going to go back and look at my Corvette. And then I am going to probably come back and try to get live with you guys at around, let's shoot for 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. See you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Coach Chrispect, the wise guy. Thank you guys. Enjoy the night. Bye.